go. Welcome to the second episode of Leaves for Nature podcast. And I'm here, your host, Poetic Headset, and our other host, Big Brother Alex. How are you doing today, Big Brother
Hi.
Alex?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. So, what do we have in for today? What is our current topic of what we're going to talk about for episode 2?
Um, I think we should start with second episode of the reality show. Have you seen it?
Alright. Oh, I've seen it.
Okay.
Alright, so
So do you have
the
any opinions? Strong opinions?
Oh wow. Okay, so all right.
Okay.
Before I get in all the good stuff, all the positive and all that fun stuff, there's something I
Oh,
actually
that's
want
good.
to. There's something I'm actually curious of, and I was like, when I was watching it, I
All
was like,
right.
okay,
Okay, I'm ready.
and it
Okay.
and it just popped out. So so during a part of the episode,
Mm.
the TV turns on and they show a mission. I was like, okay, what mission is this? If you notice closely in that thing there, if you notice closely inside that mission, one of the members who's out right now is actually inside that mission. I was like, wait a minute. I
Oh.
thought, I thought they planned this out without her. But why during the mission episode, during that video in the mission, she's there? I was like, wait. So does that mean that Gaga was supposed to be in Nature's reality show?
Mm.
Uh, I now
Oh.
I'm kind of doubting this whole study thing. Maybe it's true. Maybe the studying is true. But the thing is, if the study was true, if she was
Oh.
going to study and that was a fact, right? Why would why would she be inside that video? Why would she be inside a mission video? Which basically tells us that when
Mm.
they did the filming for this nature reality show, that there was a possibility
Gaga
chance
was
that
still,
Gaga was gonna be
yeah.
there. Is there any
Yeah.
other? Is there any other? There's not a rumor thing. This is just speculation.
No, but
Was
I just I'm in shock with I'm in shock because I didn't even notice it. But you noticed it that there was Gaga in the in the TV screen or in that.
Yeah, cause what's going on in that scene was that they were told about a mission,
Yes.
and the mission it is, which is cool because I think we spoke to this outside of whatever recording, is that the
Yeah.
that they that we saw all these members going to like different countries and stuff, and they're having a vacation.
Mm.
We thought it was for chilling moments, like, oh yeah, they only do it to, it's like a downtime, right? What we didn't know is
Mm.
that those were actually for a mission. They were actually doing the
Yeah.
recordings on that time.
Yeah.
They were actually doing the nature reality show. They were actually
Yeah.
doing it around those times.
That's true.
So when you saw the video and you're like, oh, I was like, oh, that's the reason why. I was like, okay, that
But
makes
now,
sense now. I mean,
but now,
I think Loha's the only one that was actually about family, but everyone else, if you actually did intertwine it,
yeah.
it actually fits. But the more intriguing part to it was the fact that Gaga was inside that
That's a
filming.
hot take. That's gonna be a hot topic.
So
That's gonna
I
be
thought I thought you would spot that actually.
no, no,
I thought you
no.
would spot that, Alex.
I didn't. I watch it from a small screen, and I'm really bad on noticing things, and just like um. But that's interesting. That's so
So I'm not gonna make
that
any
will
speculation.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. No, no, no. We don't know the details or anything, but the only thing that it means is that Gaga has been in some part of when they were filming this reality. Gaga was still in it. There's no other reason for it, right?
yeah. Well, the thing here
Yeah.
is, what is there? What was Gaga's real reason? Is my thing, and I'm only about
Mm,
speculating at this point because
yeah,
if like I always point out, if studying was the issue, there was no way, no how that Gaga was gonna be inside the reality show. There's no way they're gonna have her footage saying that she's gonna do the
that's
mission
true.
or anything. There was no way. They would have said,
Yeah,
"Hey, we can't
yeah.
have this member. She's gonna have studies and stuff like that." It was not gonna happen. But for
So
some
you think you think it has to be more sudden reason, like more something that they didn't expect in a way,
yeah, there's something that they're not disclosing to the fans or to the people or
and
anything.
something that happened fast or they didn't suspect happening. That be- but that's crazy. That's kind of a really interesting. Ah,
Because I was like, wait, why is Gaga there during that segment? It's a short segment, but it was like, but the thing is, I was like, wait, Gaga being there, there's possibility of something else. I'm not saying the fairs or anything, but we know when it
yeah,
comes
yeah.
down
I
to
know.
K-pop's stuff or K-pop
I know.
groups, when they say things like it's for studies or they have a reason, usually we want to trust those reasons, but sometimes we need to like kind of go like, well, maybe it isn't, maybe it's something else.
Do you think
And
if it's a illness or something, if it's like tiredness or something like that, do you think they will inform fans more about it, like more openly, and not saying that she's went studying, or is it sometimes
I
that the group doesn't want to worry fans, or is
I
it
mean
something else?
I'm not gonna overshadow the show because of that small segment, which was a really nice. I was shocked. Just that's all I'm pointing out.
Yeah, yeah.
That was to me was shocking. I was like,
I was shocked to hear it now. I didn't realize it. I just, I didn't even think that that was possible. So I didn't like. I
well,
remember I saw something. I was like, was it Haru or was it something? No, maybe it wasn't
no.
anything like. Yeah.
No, I
So
know the
so that,
girls' faces. There was no way for me to like go,
I
oh yeah,
know the
that's
girls'
not.
faces, but
It was like there's no way.
I didn't put like one and one together. I was like, okay, what happens next? I was too much not noticing it, but
So,
that.
but
So
at the
we're
same
gonna
time,
talk the whole hour about this then.
well, well, at least then now you know what
Yeah,
what the date is when they started doing the filming. Like when they actually started filming
yeah,
this, is that if if Gaga was still there and they did the recordings, so it was during the time of the probably like after they did their comeback, maybe a week or two
yeah. It
after the
was.
comeback. That's when he did it. Because I recall there was like 2 weeks or something like that, or somewhere around those times where
No, it was.
there was no answer from the girls whatsoever. Like you can go to their Dawn Cafe, it was nothing.
Mm,
But all we saw was them traveling. And what's amazing is that when you actually looked at, because I know Haru's, because I'm a big fan of Haru
mm.
in nature, is that when you see the thing she was wearing, like her clothing, and then you saw that she was like I think she went to like family and stuff, and she did a class.
Mm.
It's the same thing. Like, I think if I
Yeah.
recall, it's like the same item clothing she was doing. So I was like, okay, so definitely that was Haru doing something for the reality show. So I was like, okay, that's mission.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, fine, fine.
So in a way, now all makes sense in a way. But that means that Kaka hasn't been studying for a long time because it's not like
Well,
it's.
that's a thing though. If they were, that's why it's hard to really get into speculation. It's just for
I
me. I'm
know,
like,
and we have to be really careful about it because we don't know any
I don't want to
information
go.
and
I don't want to
we
go on a
don't want to
triad.
go. We don't want to have like a full panic among leaves or anything like that because
It
we
was
don't
just one
have
of
any
those.
facts
It's just one of those curious
about anything.
moments that you're like, wait,
That's
something wrong there.
curious. I will. That is curious. That is curious. It's like, yeah, that means definitely it means that something sudden happened. There wasn't there was some kind of reason why Kaka couldn't like continue the whole production through, or
Here's here's what I'm gonna say about this. Here's what I'm gonna say about this.
be
Um,
careful, man.
here's what I'm gonna say. In my opinion, I believe it's studying, but it's not
Yeah.
because she wanted to study. It was, I think her parents informed her, because we're talking about Asian
Mm,
parents here, right? Asian parents are strict. Like, you gotta study, even though she has a
yeah.
career going on right now. The thing is, I think her parents
Yeah.
sort of said, or they probably informed the company or so, and they said, "Hey, we want our daughter to be studying, so there's no way
But
we
the
want her to
Kaka is
be."
not underage. Kaka is not
Huh?
underage.
Even
Kaka
then,
is not.
even then, this is sort of a, it's sort of one of those things where you kind of
Cultural
understand.
thing.
Yeah, it's one of those cultural things where it's not about an age thing. It's sort of like, maybe it's a tradition, or maybe that's something that her
And
parents wanted, and she needed to
yeah,
fulfill it. So
and we don't know if their parents are really like how do you say supportive about it or not. I don't know. I have heard that Chinese culture can be really kind of strict and stuff like that.
anyways, we can leave all that. That's for me,
Yeah,
like,
let's really.
let's leave that, because we can go
But
on a
everything is
whole segment
possible.
on that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the only facts we know, and this is for the fact we know, is that Gaga was partly in when they were filming it. Gaga was in
Yeah,
the beginning, and then she wasn't.
she's
She had to
literally,
leave, or
yeah,
something happened that she
she
couldn't continue.
she literally was gonna be in the reality show. That's 100% sure. How
I
much
wish they
how
would have been
much
more open about it.
how much she would have been in that I don't know. Probably in the beginning she was already casted, or they already had all the segments probably that they're gonna plan, and then,
Yeah,
and then something happened where she had to automatically back out. So
yeah. This is like
luckily,
this is
luck
like
luckily it was before, before they did every other part of the segment.
this is like deja vu, because when they started, when they make their debut and they made all these videos, there was the old the the member who is not in the group anymore was all in all videos and in all interviews, and they had to do everything again and had to edit her away from different parts. Like, it was really kind of disturbing to watch sometimes, that you can see that the girl was there and coming close to where the interview places, and then you just cut it off, or or they used just the like the angles where she is not so much present.
Right,
And
right.
so it's like they have already like a little bit messed up with it,
Like
but
a
but
Yeah. Like I said, though, we'll just leave it at that with that Gaga
yeah,
moment.
yeah, 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 but it's interesting. And the only thing that I will say, like I said before, is that that is a proof that Gaga has been in some point when they were filming it, or planning to film it, or did the first filmings. She was in it, and then she wasn't. And whatever the reason is, it could be studying, it could be for like that she has been planning it for a long time, or maybe she hasn't planned it for a long time. Maybe it came so sudden that the changes came so sudden that it kind of surprised everyone. So that's the only
Yeah.
thing we know, and we just hope
Let's just, yeah,
everything
leave
good
it
for
there.
Gaga, and
Overall, overall,
hope
did you?
everything's
Yeah.
um,
Overall, did you enjoy the episode? I mean, for me, I loved it. I think it did much better than the first, for sure.
Yeah, and it was kind of funny that it did exactly what we were thinking about it.
Yes, and
Like
yes, we saw
yeah, it was
Haru.
the Haru glider stuff, and
I was,
everything that we said like happened.
I was laughing, and then I felt bad at the end. I was laughing, and then when she has like sort of crying moment too. I was like, I feel bad now. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, she's
yeah,
like,
but that's
she
that's
lost her soul.
must see TV. She's just so like openly different, unique personality. So you feel for her. Like when she was uh, like the best moment in that colliding is that she was in that kind of panic and this kind of thing that she was thinking that Loha is going away from her. That's Loha is like Loha. And now Loha is also going away, and uh, she didn't like realize that they just go to different speed and they are going to the same direction. And Loha doesn't have anything to do about it, but she said that, oh, well, I was thinking that you're leaving me also, or something like that. So that was kind
Yeah.
of naive and childish, but same time really cute. So it was
And then
like, but
the bravest one out there was Sunshine. Which member
yeah,
is
yeah.
which member surprised you the most in terms of the reaction? Like which one you thought, oh, she's brave, she can do this, but then wait a minute, what? She gave you a different reaction, like, oh, okay.
Oh, I have to say that my bias because Sabine, I think she got the most scared and like kept her eyes shut and everything like that. I wasn't. I was a little bit surprised that she reacted that way
I don't know.
after
Yeah.
seeing everybody else being cool about it. But then in the middle of it, she started to also like it. But it was like the beginning was like
Come
she's
on.
usually really calm, and there's nothing
Yeah.
calm about that beginning.
Come on,
That
Alex. There was
freaking
no
out.
one. There was no more. There's no one.
She freaked out in the beginning.
Yeah, but there was no one more scared than Haru out of the whole thing.
I know, but if you say who else surprised, that would be the one.
Oh yeah,
And
I
the
was.
fact that Sunshine and Loha and those are so brave about it, it kind of doesn't surprise because that's their personality and that's how they react to things, like all
I
new things.
was.
So
I was surprised. I think the only one that surprised me a little bit is who would be?
come on.
I think I was thinking Sebum. I think I was like, because part of it was that she was scared. Actually, she was scared, but she wasn't too
um,
scared or anything. She was like,
no, she wasn't too
scary.
scared.
She was scared, but she
No,
wasn't too scared
there
about it.
wasn't. They actually they were less scared than I thought. I think they were like I think Haru and Sabine were most scared. I think like
Yeah.
Sabine was crying, "Mother, father, mother, father."
Oh, right. Lou was she was chanting something before going down.
I know, and Lou was so pro, yeah.
She's
And
like, she's
Sunshine
like,
is just Sunshine. We could talk 1 hour how she reacts to things, but we don't have like the whole hour.
Sunshine. Sunshine has a typical Sunshine response. So there's nothing nothing really stops her from being her.
I can understand what you meant now because I think Sunshine is already most comfortable with everything that is happening, and she likes to be in front of camera and stuff like that. So I can see that she's a star in this reality.
Oh yeah.
And that way it's going that way. Like it's like she gives the reaction, and then everybody else gives the
By the
reaction, and
way,
it's
yeah. By the
yeah.
way, who do you think is getting the most airtime out of all the members? Like, who do you think?
Like I said, I'm 100% sure it's Sunshine. I think it has to be from the producers, and also that she likes to be she likes to be doing these things. It just she's so open to everything, and like when there is a reality show, usually the producer also they kind of think that you know there is some persons or some group members that has really strong reactions and they're gonna zoom in and stuff like that. So that would be my pick for from those two episodes.
Mm, I think it, I don't know. Maybe I'm being biased or anything, but I think Haru's getting a lot of
Oh,
airtime.
you are biased so bad. Yeah,
I
but
think
that's true.
Haru's getting plenty of airtime because of what I'm
Yeah,
seeing from that
she's
point
getting,
is because I
she's
think the ones
getting.
that are getting for sure also the fact that Sunshine is also getting a lot of airtime out of all this.
Yeah,
Um, is but it's
I think
interesting
that
that
they're
they're trying
just
to
the
get as
one that didn't react.
but they're everyone's getting a lot of air like everyone's still getting their
Yeah,
share of
it's gonna
airtime for sure.
and it's gonna
Like
even, how to say, even out as long as the episodes, more episodes gonna, the screen time is gonna even, and some people or some members have their own moments and stuff like that. You know that will happen. So
by the way, I think one of the other favorite ones I had in for episode 2, and I'm gonna kind of wrap this up, but one of the
yeah,
other one is when I think it was Loha and Shibin, they like they did their own thing because they had the bike and everything. They went on
yeah,
their own
yeah,
little hike thing, and then I don't know, Sunshine was like,
yeah, and
wait,
took
where are
selfies
they?
and stuff. They didn't have any hurry. They took selfies and laughed about it. And yeah, yeah,
Out of nowhere, Sunshine goes, "Where you at?"
yeah, yeah. They were just okay. We are somewhere else, and they just stopped and oh, this is a nice place, and they took selfies and stuff like that. You love that kind of personality.
That's
Uh,
hilarious. And she
yeah,
hears
it's
Sunshine's the one
really,
screaming out for them. She goes,
yeah, yeah. But that's
anyways,
like,
anyways, you have any final
yeah.
words that you want to say for this segment?
No, I think the best way is that everybody hopefully is gonna watch it because there's a lot of stuff going on there, and I think it was more, how do you say, it was more, this episode was more balanced in a way, and it
Yeah.
was like easy to watch, and and I'm really eager to see what's happening next. That's it.
All right. All right. I already said my piece about this. I love the episode
Okay.
2, and I think it's gonna get much better throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
Of
me
course,
too.
we had the whole talk about Gaga in there, the short segment, and I think we'll just leave it
Yeah,
from that point on.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
all right, we're gonna get to the second part to this whole second
yeah. This
segment,
is
I
a
guess.
new segment.
Yeah. So I want you to like kind of explain how this one goes because we sort of briefly talked about it,
Uh,
but not thoroughly, I
it's
guess.
yeah, it's like just that every week there in this podcast there is one question that you can give the other one, and it could be either a funny one or a serious one or a silly one or whatever, and then we're gonna talk about it a little bit, and just some like information about nature, but we can just keep it in
Okay.
one question this time, and maybe if people like it, we can have more questions next time. But now I have just one question for you, and so
All right. All right. What's the question? Go for it.
okay, the question is, it's a multiple choice question, so
All
it's
right.
basically guessing, but you have been lucky this week, so maybe you'll be lucky this time also.
Well, all right. We'll
um
see.
so everybody knows that there is different people have different blood types, and
Oh my gosh.
what what do you think is the most common blood type with nature? Is it A, O blood type, B, AB blood type, or C, B blood type?
I'm going with B, but I don't know blood types. That's one of the things where that's like the
You're
one thing. What?
so
That's like the one thing I don't know about idols. When it comes to their blood type, nope, I don't know blood types.
but time. Congratulations, that was the right answer.
A B. Oh
Yeah,
man.
there is four uh B types, and then wait a minute, two O's, uh, two A's, and yeah, and then two ABs. So otherwise it's really even, but B there's
Okay. And that
four
was.
B.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, Yaloha is not here. I'm sorry, but I didn't find.
Oh,
Sorry, but I didn't find the blood type anywhere.
that's fine.
I
That's
was
fine. That's fine.
There was no information about it. I didn't want to make it up. So everyone who knows
But here's.
about it, please put on a
Yeah.
comments what was the blood type.
Yeah, yeah. If you know
But the
laws,
one
yeah.
that I want to talk about the blood types is that everybody
Sure.
knows that there is different theories. How do you say that?
Yeah,
A
yeah,
blood
yeah.
about blood types.
Wait,
And
really? I don't know this.
do
No,
you
I
know
don't
your
know.
own type, by the way?
No, I don't. I don't know my own blood
You
type.
don't know.
No.
You don't know if it's B or A or O or.
No,
Okay,
I don't.
mine type is AB because had I have I have given the like, how do you say, like, went to a place and they will they have taken my blood and I have given to somebody, uh, you know, my blood,
Oh.
because AB is a blood, that they usually need a lot.
Because
So
because isn't AB something that's universal? Like they can use it for B types, A types. It's a very universal
yeah,
blood
that's
that
why.
that
Yeah,
can be given. Yeah, that's the reason.
that's why. Like if you have O, you can just use it to O. So
Yeah,
it's a
very very
difficult
blood
blood
specific.
type.
So,
Yeah.
but
So
here's okay. Oh,
the
finishers.
thing that I want to make it a little bit like longer this segment is that type B. That's how the theory is at that type B persons are passionate,
Okay.
active, creative. They like animals, are cheerful and friendly, and optimistic. That would be a type B. And the worst traits are that they are irresponsible, forgetful, selfish, lazy, and unreliable. So that would be the positive, and then the pros and cons about it. Then I'm a AB, so I'm in this theory, blood type theory that Japanese has invented, by the way. It's like I would be creative, calm, rational, sociable, intelligent, and adaptable, and my worst traits would be critical, indecisive, unforgiving, aloof, and not trustable. so
Okay.
so
Okay.
that's like, so everything has the good points and the bad points, but the main thing is that I have heard this from also from the studies that if there's a big group of people, the best
Okay.
way that the big group of people, get along with each other is not that there's a lot of same blood types, but there is a good variety of them. So in that way, I would think that nature is okay. You just have like four people who fight with each other or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
but that was just a random question, but I was just like interested about it because like in some groups, I know groups, K-pop groups where they were like almost everybody from the same blood type,
so
and
so the question
yeah,
I have a question for this thing.
okay,
So what's the reason why a fan, yeah, an idol fan would want to know the idol's blood type? Is it because of this romantic,
Yeah,
or is like this
it
personality
yeah,
matches?
it's totally about this. It's the biggest um like AB types are the unique types and stuff like that, and there is people are because you can't put the personality like what kind of personality they have, so they kind of use the blood type with it. It's what the Asian people use a lot because it's made in Japan,
Oh
and
man.
it's the system is started in Japan, and there was also that in other Asian countries they use it just to categorize people a little bit, like
I mean,
not like in a really harsh way, but a little bit like categorize what kind of different personalities there are persons in this world.
I mean,
So I,
I mean, I get the gist of this whole thing. I get the gist of the blood
yeah.
ties. I just at
So
times, at times, one of those things. I'm like, wait, why would you want to know the blood type of a
yeah, but
of an idol?
that's
You
the
know,
reason. Now you
is
know.
it,
Now you know
it,
that's the reason.
is it something like where you go up to a person, hey, how you doing? I'm a blood type AB. Do you think we match? Really? Really,
I
you gonna
think
go
it
like that,
could
or you
be
gonna go to
that
you go back to the? You're gonna go straight up to the idol, be like, "Hey, I heard that you're a B. I'm an A. I think we could be an A and B
I,
match." Oh, jeez, like
I'm
it's all
sure there's some
cheesy. Ugh.
yeah, yeah. I think it's really hard to us to understand, but for them for some people it's really meaningful. For me it's kind of interesting and funny, and also same like in Western worlds there are more these kind of horoscopes. Do you say horoscopes? So like you have different star signs and stuff like that. So people, some they like believe a lot about it, like when uh what star sign you are and what time did you born and what does that mean. So for me it's always been interesting, and not like I'm not so skeptic about it. I'm just like, okay, that could happen, or it couldn't be true, or it could that it's not true.
Okay. I mean, that's the only thing. I was just like, that's why I was like blown away. It's like, wait,
So
what?
what is your like first take about like these things? Do you think they are like using a better word? It's like nonsense, or is it more for you? Or
No, I just find it interesting.
yeah, yeah, it's interesting. That's what I meant. It's like, and one thing that I'm like so I think it's good that people, there's some kind of way to categorize people, but it's kind of a funny way. And, I'm sure that there are fans that, like, in high five line, they say, "Oh, I'm an AB also," and then they're like, "Oh, we're like, I don't know."
I just no, I
It's
just
just
find it. I
kidding.
just found it intriguing. That's it. So I
Yeah,
mean,
it's interesting.
overall, I mean that's all I could really say about blood ties.
Yeah,
Oh,
but usually in profiles, in K-pop profiles, there are blood type.
yeah,
Usually there
I
is
know, I know they have blood
star
type, but
sign, but also
but
blood type.
it's not like a readily. It's not like something that you readily would be like go up to an idol, and the most important question you're gonna have important in front of the idol is, "Hey, what's your blood type?" You're not gonna go. You're gonna of course gonna ask her, "Oh, what's your favorite idol? What's your hobby? What's your this?" But I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. For me, I don't think I'm gonna go to an idol and be like, hey, your most important
No,
question of all, what's your blood type? What?
that's a little bit creepy. That would be a little bit creepy
Okay.
question to ask.
I was like,
But
okay, sure.
do
So,
you believe in star signs? Star signs?
yeah,
Do
no,
you
no.
believe in?
Well, it's not for me. It's like this. It's like this. I believe in luck. I believe in certain little aspects of that
Yeah.
romanticizes certain situations that goes around
Yeah.
our lives and stuff. That's fine. Horoscopes are cool too. Do I believe that
Yeah.
it really can predict a person's personalities? Well, I'd rather leave it up to the imagination, and part of it
Yeah.
being magic. You just gotta give it from that point on.
I kind
Well,
of want to believe it. I think
so
life would be more kind of full of
yeah.
surprises.
So it's a good way for you to feel like, oh yeah, you have something in common with the group that you're into, and that's fine. That's
Yeah.
totally okay. I'm totally fine with that. So that's the only thing I'll say about those things.
The
I'm not
last
gonna
thing I would
say
say.
I won't say I'm skeptic. I'm not gonna say any of that stuff. I just saying that
Okay.
I'm very open to seeing these
So
things.
you're open-minded about it.
Yeah, we can
So
go there.
yeah. So, but I'm with star signs. I'm that far that if I meet a girl or something,
Yeah,
I need to know what is her star signs because some signs don't go well with me. I have enough experience that there's no reason to try a third time. So
I
I
see. I
need to
see.
know if I meet the girl, I need to know what is your star sign, and if it's not, then it didn't work.
My gosh.
And if
uh,
it's just based on my experiences. I have had like you know when you have met certain people and they
right.
have a certain star sign and you just don't get along. You're
Hmm.
different. You're like oil and water, and then you like that's why I want to know now. Like, oh, okay, there's a bigger chance now that because we are so different star signs or whatever. That's my take on it because I like the mystery of life and I
Yeah,
like things that
that's totally
might
fine.
happen. It's kind of a K drama stuff also. Like you could meet that somebody who has who is meant to be and stuff like that.
That's totally fine.
So
I'm totally cool with that.
yeah. Okay, that's it. It was so this segment is gonna be every week. So so that's
all right.
it. I
That's it
I
for
had
this
fun
one.
with it.
Oh no, I had
Yeah,
fun
I had
too.
fun with
I had fun with it.
it.
I found it interesting to talk about the blood
Okay.
type. So, anyways, we're gonna
Yeah.
get into the third segment now, and the third segment is gonna be about the nature cafe, fan cafe. Well, I want to
Hmm.
instead of just going into instead of going just into just getting into nature's fan cafe overall. The thing that people should know internationally, okay, internationally, what people need to know exactly what fan cafes are is the fact that they are just a place for. Well, originally these cafes are meant for the Korean fans to interact with their idols. This is a cool way for them to just like, hey, let's talk, let's chat, or like you can give them letters without having to actually send an actual physical letter. And sometimes they'll have cool little segments where they have chats and you can talk to your idols there. That's what exactly what a Don Cafe
So,
is. Now,
so sorry.
now
Is it
we've
originally just for Koreans or?
yes. Originally it's for Korea.
Okay.
Actually, it should be still, but the thing is, you know,
Okay.
as much as it is now, like supposed to be only for Koreans, it's starting to become more internationally made. Now the thing is, it's only if you know about it.
Mm.
All right, it's only if you know it exists and you know the idol group that you're into has like an actual cafe. Essentially, every idol group should have one. It's their only way because that's the only way you'll actually know when their schedule is, if they're gonna have special events. Majority of it's gonna happen at fan cafe.
Yeah.
Now of course, it expanded to Twitter, Facebook, whatever social media that the group has. So this is going on now. Now when we dive into when we dive into does the actual idol actually respond to to your letters or did he actually read it?
Mm.
No, I'm gonna say it. It was a very, very popular group. Chances are is we don't know. No one does know. They'll just say they
Yeah.
did read it. Most likely they did. Who knows? I don't know the idols. I'm not gonna speculate that they didn't, but for the sake of magic and for the
I
sake of the whole situation,
I have a theory
I
about it.
will
I can
I
talk about
will
it later.
yeah, I will say this is that I will 100% guarantee. Oh, I won't say 100%, but I will say this is that there's a very, 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 very good chance for nature if you do join their Dawn Cafe and actually do write a letter. Very good chance that they actually did read your letter, even if they don't respond to it,
Yeah.
which they
Okay.
do. Now, for other groups that's popular, like popular groups out there, I don't know. I just know the ones that I've interacted with, and nature is one of them. And I have another few that done so far. But anyways, now
So have you got a lot of answers? Like if have you wrote there and got answers?
I haven't done one recently, but when I was a bit more active, yes, I was getting responses.
Okay.
Um, and Sunshine is
Cool.
really nice that she'll respond to it to
Yeah, I
she'll
have heard about it.
she'll respond to as many as she can do. So if you really want to, I'm not gonna say try to get a response for her. I'm more on the lines of give her a meaningful letter. That's all I
Hmm.
say.
Hmm.
If you're gonna do that, and just
Give
have
it a
fun with it.
try. Yeah.
Yeah, and have fun
There's
with it.
nothing there's nothing bad about to like I think it's a great way to like, you can send a message and you can think maybe it's read or not, and maybe I get but it's a way to uh it's a way to interact still, even if you don't get the reply back straight away. It's kind of a it's a part of being a fan, isn't it?
Yeah, just my thing is, it's better to, it's just better to have fun with it and just know that your favorite idol or what is it, favorite idol members are actually responding or actually read it. And if they don't respond to it, that's okay. You'll know that they actually read it. Because if you do
Yeah.
go to their fan meetings, they will literally probably talk about it. And they know your username, they're gonna talk to you
Oh.
like, "Hey, I saw what you wrote in your letter, and then we'll do that." Now I had previous experience on that, so I kind of understood it. Not fan meeting part, but when I met my idol group and I said my name, then yeah, they did. So you know, just take it for what it's worth. So, what is this
Yeah.
exact experience that you want to talk about in terms of nature and your interaction with them? Of course.
No, it's a just well, firstly I will say that in the beginning they used Instagram. So almost they almost answered every time you put there something. So it was a really good start for the fandom. They didn't have fan cafes then. So I personally got answers a lot, and I think many of Leaves got answers. Um, and it kind of have felt a little bit like it has changed a lot now that there are in fan cafes. It's a little bit like not everybody has a. It's not so easy to enter there, or that's my opinion on it. So I'm an old, how do you say, I want to do it the old style and just write to them and send a letter or something, and or a postcard, and think that that way I will support them. But that's how I
Yeah.
roll.
The best thing for me to say is the best thing you can do for your idol is you can write them a letter in the Dawn Cafe, which is perfectly fine. Especially if there's no way for you to afford to send an actual physical letter. Now, if I was me, like if I really wanted to show some sort of effort, I would write an actual physical
Mm.
letter, which or a postcard. Postcard's fine,
Yeah,
and
I
just
do
like
it that.
and then just put the agency's address, and then hope
Yeah,
for the best that
that's
it
how
gets
you do
there.
it.
So
That's how you do it. Yeah.
yeah, that's the main way to do it.
Yeah.
So so but
I
the
have
thing
done it
is,
for years.
yeah, but the thing is for the Dom Cafe, which
Yeah.
I wanted to just briefly talk about that a little bit, is
Yeah.
just have fun with that. They do answer at times for different types of members, so don't expect like every member to like respond to you. I mean, you can just keep writing letters and then aim for a response. Just don't make that your goal. That's the thing.
Mm.
These girls are these are perfectly wonderful idols, and I just don't want them to be mistreated to like try to respond to a
Yeah.
fan or
True.
anything like that. I just want to make sure that when you do write a letter, just try to make it meaningful, have fun with it, and then just
Mm.
go on that point on. So that's it. That's all I got to really sell the Dom Cafe.
But you,
About
I
now
will.
now about joining and stuff. That's something that uh, I rather that you find. Maybe we could sort of find a way to do that, but it's something I don't want to get into thoroughly in.
Yeah, yeah. But
So,
there's quite good explanation. So, is there easier to find out how to join it if somebody's interested?
wait, was a question?
Is there some kind of is there easy is there instructions somewhere if somebody wants to join it? Is it easy to find the instructions, or do you have to
Well,
be
of
creative?
course. Well, of course. People are going to be intimidated. International fans will be easily intimidated. If you don't know Korean or Hangul, you're going to be easily intimidated from the
Mm.
get go. And the thing is, there is tutorials out there to do it, to get into it. And luckily, Nature is one of those fan cafes that doesn't have a very strict requirement to get into.
Yeah.
And like I said, for me that would be another subject. I just want to touch upon the fan cafe, the experience.
Yeah.
But to join it, yeah, that's a whole different subject in itself. So we could do
Okay.
that for
But you
another
will.
time and another place together. Oh, another time, another episode. What's
But
the question?
would you Paul could recommend it?
Recommend what? Joining?
Yep.
I do recommend joining because the thing is, the agency does check the numbers of members, and when they see it getting higher, they do get happy about it. So, I
Yeah.
thoroughly recommend internationals just to join it, and they're very
Yeah. Just
welcome.
for the support.
Of
Yeah.
course, they don't translate the instructions or anything like that, but know this that the people who's running their Don Cafe knows full well that they have international fans, so understand that point.
Yeah.
And the girls do too.
Okay.
So
Okay. I think that's good info when people don't know so much about it. So I think it's a it's a kind of a interesting thing to talk about it because it's part of supporting a group, a K-pop group,
yeah,
and I
definitely.
have heard it's more and more like the only way, not the only way, but some groups that's the best way to uh, be in an interaction with them is the fan cafes. They
Oh
give,
yeah,
so in fact there are not so many answering in Instagrams or Twitters and so on because it's mainly on fan cafes the interaction
yeah. Well, most
is the
definitely.
truth.
If you're an international fan, and if they're not really restrictive, I do recommend, like especially for nature, show them that they actually have a lot of fans, and
Yeah, that's
they'll be loved by
important.
it.
Yeah, I think
You know,
that's the main point and important that to show that there are lives here and who are interested about nature and want to support. So that in that way, fan cafe is a really good thing to
yeah.
join, place to join. Oh, that
Okay.
was sweet.
All right. I think we can end this segment of the Dom Cafe
Okay.
and just go with our end credits here. So you know.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So, all right. Before we end this segment, I want to ask you, like, how did you like this episode? Like, what do you know, like, it was a good one, right? Like, we had fun chatting it up and
yeah, we had fun.
giving all the segments. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
I I
So,
I
what was that?
I like the thing that, with the question of the week, we can talk a little bit different things. So like, oh, I like that kind of point because K-pop world, and it's not something that you should take really serious about it because it's entertainment, and that's why I hope that also this podcast is more entertainment than serious talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand you there. All right.
Or do you want this to be serious talk?
Well, whatever it could be, or whatever it turns out to be.
Okay.
For me,
Okay.
I had fun. I think that's
Yeah,
ultimately what it
I
is,
always have
and
fun with it,
I
and
hope,
I hope listeners also.
yeah, and I hope that this becomes a bit more, a bit more thing, something that you can listen to, have fun with, learn something new about nature, and
Yeah.
just thoroughly just. And I'm thankful for anyone that actually listens to our podcast. I'm very thankful for every one of
Yeah,
you
me
all
too.
that does it. So,
Thanks, guys.
you know. Now this will kind of help us a bit. So of course, join the nature meal that we're in. Also, if you also can do is if you could click the like and the subscribe, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and tell everybody about this podcast, and that would be cool.
Yeah. So this will end our episode 2 segment for Leaves for Nature podcast. And the final thing we're gonna say for today is
Nating.
Nating. Yeah. we need to
Okay.
work on that. We need to work on
Yeah,
that. But
we need to
anyways,
really work.
yeah.
Anyways, see you next week.
Have a good
Bye.
day and have a good time. All right. Peace, soul, and love, everyone here.